Hi guys, welcome back. It's Krystal. So today I have a review and swatches for you of the Too Faced Sugar and Spice collection. This is part of the Too Faced holiday collection and you can exclusively find this at Ulta. This is $39 and I purchased mine from Ulta.com. I'm sure they will eventually get them in store. I was just in Ulta yesterday and I haven't seen them in store yet, but they will be getting them eventually. So yeah, this is the Sugar and Spice collection. Sephora also has a similar collection in similar packaging, but that one is different. It's totally different. I will actually be doing a review of that one. It's called Everything Nice. So I do have that one as well and I do plan on doing a review on it. So in this collection, you get an eyeshadow palette with 12 eyeshadows. You get a gold cosmetic bag, and then you get a deluxe sample size of the Better Than Sex mascara. So that is what this one looks like. So this is the gold glittery cosmetic bag that comes in there. It actually feels pretty cheap. It's not that great of quality, but it is cute, and I mean, it would make a good gift for somebody. I mean, it's very usable. You could throw it in your purse, just put your little cosmetic items in there. But I have so many cosmetic bags, so I really don't feel like I need any more. So collections that come with cosmetic bags, I generally don't use. They kind of just sit there or I give them away. So I really won't find myself to use this just because I do have so many, but it is nice and gold and glittery and pretty. Sometimes when products are packed with glitter like this, you have tons of glitter fallout everywhere. I don't find that to be the case with this. So that's the cosmetic bag. And then you get the 12 eyeshadow palette here. It also has all the gold glitter on it, front and back. And on the back it just has the name of the palette and it says Too Faced, and yeah, so that is what it looks like. So I do find that the packaging feels a little bit cheap. It's made out of cardboard. I don't know if it's the glitter that makes it feel cheap, but it is made out of cardboard. It's not like it's not sturdy or anything like that. I don't know, it's not really luxurious, but that's okay, because I do like the fact that the palette is small and slim and sleek. It's just really good for storage and travel. I don't like when palettes are really bulky. I just prefer palettes that are kind of slim like this because they're easy to store and they don't take up a lot of room. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. You get a little mirror and the packaging is cute. I think it's cute. So you do get these 12 eyeshadows right here. And I've actually used this palette quite a few times and I've really formed my opinion about it. I'm actually wearing it today on my eyes. I did try to do a tutorial with this look, but I wasn't really happy with the way it started turning out initially, so I just deleted the footage. I apologize. I tried to do a tutorial with this before and I really wasn't happy with the footage either. I like the way the eye look turned out, but I wasn't really happy with the footage, so I deleted that as well. I'm sorry, I apologize. Because I did want to kind of give you a demo on how they apply. Maybe the footage is in my trash. If it's in my trash on my computer, I will try to insert like a little demo of me applying the shadows at the end of the video. But these are all the shadows. They're all neutral. You get some mattes and you get some shimmers, which is nice. You do get a variety of that. So I'm going to go over the shades with you. This one is called Coconut Cream, Nutmeg, Biscotti, Sugared Violet, Champagne Truffle, Pink Frosting, Cinnamon Sugar, Chocolate Cake, Meringue, Clove, Bonbon, and Black Licorice. So those are all the shades in the palette. The matte ones are this one here, which is Cream Coconut, Chocolate Cake, Black Licorice, Clove, and Meringue. Those are all the matte shades. All the rest of them are shimmery. Initially the palette does look really pretty, but to be honest, I'm really not that wowed or impressed with this palette, especially for $39. I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like the price is too high for this palette. Maybe if it was around $30, I don't know. I guess because the cosmetic bag is useless to me. I don't really like the Better Than Sex mascara. It's just not something I love, but I know a lot of other people love it. And it's just a deluxe sample size. Maybe if they would have thrown in a full-size mascara with this palette, I think it might have been worth the $39. So I almost feel like I'm just paying $39 for this 12-pan eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I just feel like the price is too high. So let's go back into the shadows. So I'm going to give you swatches of all of them. We're going to start with the first row. So the first row of shadows are these right here. And the pigmentation isn't bad. I don't think it's bad at all. But I just feel like the colors in this palette are not very unique. I feel like a lot of them are very dupable. I guess that's also one of the gripes that I have. So yeah, that is the first row right there. This is a creamy matte off-white. This one is like a shimmery rose gold. This one is, I would say, like a bronze, shimmery bronze. And then this one is like a black or very dark base color with violet reflex in it. So I'm really not a fan of these type of colors that have like a black base and then they have the sparkle in it, because when you go to apply it to your lid or swatch it, you really mostly see the base color and you don't see a lot of that beautiful shimmeriness in it. So I really don't care for that color too much. I mean, it's a nice color to deepen up the look, but it's not gonna appear like it comes off in the pan unless you really use something sticky and pack it on. So yeah, that is the first row right there. So I'm gonna swatch this next row right here. So there is the second row right there. That is probably my favorite row in this palette. I just really love the shades in there. You have this one here, which is Champagne Truffle. It's just like a shimmery champagne shade. This one here is called Pink Frosting, and I like that one. It's like a shimmery frosty pink. This one is Cinnamon Sugar, which is a beautiful taupey shimmery shade. This one here is called Chocolate Cake, and it's just a matte brown. So that is my favorite row in the palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the bottom row. So that is the last row of shadows right there. So this is Meringue, which is a creamy, very, very light pink, which doesn't show up that well on my skin tone. This one is called Clove, which is a beautiful kind of purpley taupe shade, and I love that color right there. This one is called Bon Bon, and it's just a kind of satin to shimmer. I would say it's kind of slightly shimmery. It is like a purple shade, kind of like a muted or a dusty purple. And that one doesn't really have that great color payoff, to be honest. I've used that one before. I used it the other day all over the lid, and I just really felt like it didn't have that great color payoff. And then that one is called Black Licorice, and it's just a matte black. And that one actually does have good color payoff. So overall, I mean, the colors are pretty. I just feel like a lot of them are very dupable. I would say the only really unique color maybe is Bon Bon, but I feel like the color on the color payoff on that one is just not that good. So I don't know, I'm just not impressed or wowed by this palette, especially for the price, like I said. So I really don't feel like this palette is unique in colors. I feel like a lot of these colors are very dupable. I would say maybe not Pink Frosting. That's kind of a little bit unique to my collection. I mean, I'm sure I could find something in my collection that's kind of a frosty pink, but I really don't have very many of them. And then Bon Bon's kind of unique because it's like this dusty purple, but it's very light, and the color payoff on that is probably the worst of them all. And then like you just have a matte black, a matte brown, a taupe, a rose gold, a bronze. I mean, those are all very dupable in my opinion. Same thing with all of these over here. So my other gripe about this palette is it doesn't have a transition color. For me, that's not that big of a deal because I could just pull something out of my collection to use with this palette. But a lot of people do like to have an all-in-one palette. They like to have their brow bone shade, their crease color, their smoky color, and then all the other colors that they could do for lid or wherever they want to place them. So this one doesn't really have a transition color. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. For the look that I have on today, I actually used something else in my collection for the crease because really none of these shades would work great as a crease color. So the only color that would work as a transition color would be this one here, and this is called Clove. And I just feel like it's a little bit dark for a transition color, but you could totally make it work as a transition color. I actually used that in my crease. For the first look that I did with this palette, I put this Cinnamon Sugar all over the lid. I put Pink Frosting right in the middle of the lid, and then I put Clove in the crease and then deepened it up with this violet color here. And the look was really pretty. I actually really liked it. I'm actually wearing the look in my my September favorites video. So if you've seen my September favorites, this is the palette that I have used in there, and that's the one that I initially did a tutorial for, but I didn't like the footage, so I deleted it. So overall, I like the palette, but I'm not in love with the palette, especially for $39. And I just feel like I love some of my other Too Faced palettes better. So I really love my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette way better than this. If you do not have the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, I highly recommend that one over this palette. I seriously think that one is so much better than this one, because in that palette you have a great selection of shades that are neutral as well. And I just feel like the texture of them is so much nicer for some reason. And you get a crease color, you get a transition color. So I don't know, I just really don't love this, and I actually think I'm going to return it because for $39, I love other palettes more than I love this one. I really think that the Everything Nice palette from Too Faced that you can purchase at Sephora is better than this one. You get more shadows, more variety, and more unique colors. So I like that one better than I like this one. I don't know, I'm trying to debate on it, but I think I really do want to return it just because, like I said, I like other palettes so much better. So you do get the deluxe sample size of the Better Than Sex mascara, and I just don't love, I like the formula and I like the bristles, but I don't like the shape of the brush. So that is what it looks like. It's just like an hourglass shape. And I really don't like brushes that are fatter on the end because I like to use that to kind of separate the lashes or get into the inner corner, and I really feel like I can't do that when a brush has like wider bristles at the end of it. It just makes it harder for me and it just makes it messier. So I just don't like the shape of the wand, but I do like the bristles and the formula of it. If the tip of it was thinner, then I would like this, but being the shape, being that it's an hourglass shape, I just really don't like it. If any of you guys have used this palette, please leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments section. I'm sure other people would like to get different opinions. Thanks so much for watching. If I forgot to mention anything or you have any questions, please leave them down below. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.